Right up to date with the team news. No shocks in either side. Leeds stick with the 11 that won at West Ham on New Year's Day. And it's the identical lineup to the one that drew with United in that first match of the trilogy 10 days ago. Howard Wilkinson will have to make a change at Sheffield Wednesday, of course, on Sunday, though. This is David Batty's last game before suspension. I'm sure he'll be especially keen to do well tonight. Alex Ferguson has had a week to reflect and agonise over that shuddering defeat by QPR. No panic measures from him, though. Lee Sharp is left out, perhaps a victim of being brought back too soon after his seven-month absence with a thigh injury. Ryan Giggs resumes in the number 11 shirt, and Sharp has to be content to sit on the bench. Positive work by Sterling. Some people question his defensive technique at times, but Howard Wilkinson said to me yesterday, name me the number of people who have given him a roasting, and there aren't many. Sharp perhaps last year in the semi-final at this stage. Webb's coming for it, and he was allowed to run onto that ball there, and a cutback, and the ball put out of play by a furious Chris White. He is hopping mad, and no surprise. Webb was simply allowed to run onto the ball there. Bad defending.
Yes, it was definitely a misunderstanding there between White and Lukic. Could have cost them very dearly.
Giggs with the corner for Manchester United, who've had the more promising moments so far. And that's deep towards the back post, where Lee Chapman has got back to do some defending. Parker finding it difficult to control, and then had no other option but to play it 45 yards back to Schmeichel. And Howard Wilkinson is coming down from his position up in the box. There he is, walking through the puddles purposefully. And he's already seen things he perhaps doesn't quite like, and he wants to do something about it. Here's Chris White, he'll like this, and the shot raining in on Schmeichel, who makes the save desperately under duress from both Chapman and Wallace. And Leeds have a corner, and there was no foul on Schmeichel, and referee caught he was in a good position.
No, that's exactly what I was talking about. Any type of shot at goal is always going to be a problem for the goalkeeper. You see White hitting it, Schmeichel doesn't take it cleanly, Chapman and Wallace are on it like a flash.
Brave goalkeeping. The corner for Leeds. Fairclough's gone in to try and win it. Chances here. Chapman's going in. It's Giggs' clearance, not very far. Sterling whacks it in again, but the whistle is gone.
Yes, I think Mr. Courtney there spotted a foul. Chapman on Pallister. Quite rightly gave the free kick in favour of United.
Good and long from Lukic, and Chapman again losing out to Pallister, but Batty driving Leeds forward again, looking to find Wallace in the area. Here's a chance for... The deadlock broken by the left boot of Gary Speed, and Leeds have just the precious lead they wanted, courtesy of the Welshman's 9th goal of the season, and a delightful build-up inside the Manchester United penalty area.
It certainly was, and a better finish than that from Speed you won't see. Very little backlift, but a tremendous shot, giving Schmeichel no chance.
Sterling only picked out Blackmore that time. And here's a chance for Giggs now. He's got some space ahead of him. Can he utilise it well? Ryan Giggs, the shot straight at Lukic, who palms it down. Hughes coming in. It became a rather bad angle for Giggs there. He might have done slightly better.
Yes, rather disappointing finish. It was a lovely ball from Ince. Here Giggs running with speed, but didn't really lack much conviction the shot. And although Lukic didn't take it first time, I don't think it caused him too many problems. Yes, there's been plenty of goalmouth action. I think that United obviously disappointed at being 1-0 behind Manchester United, but they've certainly had their moments in this first half.
And they've got another moment to savour, perhaps a free kick conceded by Chris Fairclough. A few questions being asked of Mr. Courtney's decisions at the moment, I think it's fair to say. I don't think you worry about that. And that broad Geordie accent of his, he's saying, hang on a moment, until I make sure this wall is 10 yards away. And Clayton Blackmore, having just had one pop at goal, might fancy his chances again.
Yes, and I think also Neil Webb fancies his chances. Now he's left it to Blackmore.
And a brilliant strike by Clayton Blackmore. He didn't make it the first time, he certainly did the second. And time for jubilation among the Red Devils fans. And after half an hour. It's an equaliser from the right boot of Clayton Blackmore. It could hardly have been struck better.
No, you have to give credit there to Blackmore for hitting the shot well and hitting it on target. But I think that Lucas would be disappointed with that.
It found McClare. McClare got past his man, and the ball has to be put out straight away at the other end. United's corner, Manchester United's, that is. Webb. And now Ince. But Leeds' his turn to break with Strachan. And he's got past the first man, who was Blackmore. Speed's going up on the left-hand side. Still Strachan, still Strachan. Here's Wallace. Oh, and the flag up for offside. And Strachan might well have had a crack himself. He could have played Gary Speed in. And he took perhaps the worst of the three options, because Wallace had gone into an offside position. It rather rankles with Manchester United, of course, that they've never won this particular competition. Most people think they've won everything in the game, but they haven't. And Leeds have only won this League Cup once. That was in 1968, when a Terry Cooper goal saw them beat Arsenal at Wembley. Interesting that two or three of the old Leeds great side are here tonight. I've seen Norman Hunter and Alan Clark here. And, Gordon McQueen's on the television gantry as well. Here's David Batty driving forward. He's going to try his luck, and David Batty gets a shot in which whistles a couple of feet wide. Well, people say he never scores goals. He has actually got two in his career, both against Manchester City. That would have been his first effort at United. It would have been a cracker as well. It is a criticism of his game. There's the confirmation of that statistic. But he doesn't score enough goals. He does other very good things out there. Here is Giggs. Oh, delightful ball. Kanchelskis can put Manchester United ahead. And Andrei Kanchelskis has got Manchester United in front for the first time in the tie. What a lovely ball it was through to him, and despite Lukic's dash from the line, nothing was going to stop the Ukrainian.
Yes, it was a good ball from Giggs, played through to Kanchelskis. It was John McLennan who was trying to play offside, looking at the linesman, but he doesn't get any assistance. Kanchelskis just gets there to end it past Lukic.
And again, Giggs is making space at the left touchline. Here he is, he's onside as well, and his header finds Ince. Kanchelskis playing in a centre-forward role in this second half, is looking for it again. Giggs cut out by McAllister, that Webb powering forward and feeding Parker in a good position. Danger here again for Leeds, and that's 3-1 from the left boot of Ryan Giggs. And the game is going away from Leeds now. It's drifting away from them with two quick goals. And Ryan Giggs has given Manchester United a 3-1 lead. Here's McAllister inside the Manchester United penalty area. Strachan running out of options though, running out of space, winning the ball back. McAllister. Chapman's calling for it far side. Oh, Speed, a superb turn. He was blocked and no more than that. And no question of Pallister giving away a penalty on this occasion. Manchester United will take off the scorer of their very important second goal, Andrei Kanchelskis, now, and introduce the destroyer-in-chief of Leeds United last season, Lee Sharp. A shake of the head from Kanchelskis, as though he wasn't too happy about that, but I noticed Alex Ferguson poignantly went to shake his hand. McAllister playing the ball forward for Speed, and now Strachan. He's got to hold it up and wait for support, really. As a result of which, again, Manchester United already have 6 men behind the ball. Strachan's found Wallace. What a great ball that was! And Rob Wallace steers the shot, no more than a foot wide. Well, they went in the last round against Everton. On that occasion, it went wide. And that's just at the moment when Leeds needed a goal.
This was a delightful ball from Strachan. United looking to play offside. That was just the chance that Leeds needed.
Strachan, nice little ball in for McAllister. They're playing it around in triangles, but they're not posing great problems to Manchester United's defence yet. Oh, they might now. It's fallen to McClelland, and of all people, it had to fall to the Irish international, who's not scored a goal for nearly 6 years. His last one was for Watford against Liverpool, and I don't think the Leeds are going to get a better chance than that one.
No, I agree with that. The ball fell nicely there from McClelland. Does everything right, side puts it with his right foot, just puts a little bit too much on it.
He's in a marvellous position. Manchester United bring on their second substitute, Mal Donaghy. And it looks like Ryan Giggs will go off. He will. Well, he's made his contribution. He scored the highly important third goal. Lukic would have his pride battered if that happened. It's all over here at Ellen Road, and Manchester United have scored a great psychological blow by defeating Leeds by 3 goals to 1.